Test. Test. 1, 2. Test.
All right, Tiger fans, welcome back to Tiger Field for this day game. We're here at Tiger Field with your Hernando Tigers taking on the Pontotoc Warriors. I am joined on the mic today by Mr. Brent Johnson.
Happy to be here. It's about the first game I've been able to catch because we've been playing the same time you guys have been playing.
You and all 23 other fans that are here for this game.
Well, it's because
today.
they all decided to be online and watched us and listen to us.
Happy prom day. Happy prom day to all you students that are getting your hair done and getting ready for the prom tonight. Corey Usselton, our superintendent, threw out the first pitch, and he did throw a strike.
Threw a bullet.
So we'll see if we might can get him to come join us for a minute today on the mic. Your Pontotoc Warriors come in here with a 17-8 record. They're actually playing a doubleheader today, Brent. They actually are going, after this game, are going to Oxford to play Oxford tonight at 7 p.m. tonight. Your Tigers are your division champions. They will start the first round of playoffs next Friday night here at home against Clinton. Time to be determined. And Brent, I know you're normally doing softball, so this is not the Lady Tiger softball. This thing won't be over with in an hour.
Well, yeah, no kidding. And the thing that gets me is what looks like a bomb to me is a can of corn out in the outfield.
Right.
So I'm liable to go ooh a couple times, and it's not a big play after all.
Not very many dramatic games for our Lady Tiger softball team so far this year. They're 27-1 or 28-1 now.
No, 27-1. There's only 28 regular season games.
I would have fired the coach after the loss.
So they also won Region 1 7A.
Both district champs. Both of our Diamond teams are both teams that play on the Diamond are district champs.
Hope they make a really long run in the playoffs just like they did last year.
So your Tigers are on a 5-game win streak. They took care of business last night 9-4 and back here today for this 1 o'clock game. Hopefully they're not too interested in prom and are ready to play some baseball today.
All right, freshman Westmoreland is in the circle. Pontotoc is second baseman Witcher. Witcher is a senior. He has a .315 average on 79 at-bats. He leads the team in runs scored at 27, and he's also walked 21 times.
Now, who are they pitching against us today?
They are pitching Spears.
Okay, well, I was told that they have a left-hander that is pretty legit. I don't know if he's the one throwing. I don't know his name. So we'll see when they take the field. 2-2 is your count.
Yes, Spears is a senior with a 2.790. He's thrown the second most innings, so I'm not sure if it's
full count here. Well, they announced Connor Young playing third base, but he is at shortstop.
I think it was a mistake because the scorecard itself that I got, he was at shortstop.
So your lineup for the Tigers has Westmoreland on the mound, Aikens behind the plate, third base is Overstreet, shortstop Young, Pena at second, and Romine at first, Dixon in right field, P.J. Johnson in center, and Koska in left. Leadoff walk for Pontotoc here. That ball will get out of play. Not used to seeing the balls in the daylight.
Hitting for Pontotoc now is Clayton. He's the shortstop. He's a junior with a .310 average on 85 at-bats. He's scored the second most runs on the team at 22, and he's got 26 hits.
0-2 count here after 2 foul balls. Tigers wearing black pants with yellow jerseys today. Not sure about that combo, but so be it. Ball high and wide. Little show me pitch there. Two and two's your count. Runner on first. That ball may stay in play. I think it is, and third baseman Overstreet will make the play. And your 12 fans that are here are clapping for that one. Definitely our lowest crowd of the year so far.
Yeah, but it's a day game. It's not
Friday,
it's not a holiday for everybody. It's prom. It's prom.
Are you on prom duty tonight?
I don't know. I hope not.
No, unfortunately, I am. Oh, ripped foul.
All right, your hitter is Corley. Corley is a senior. He has the second highest batting average on the team at 405. He's had 74 at bats, second highest hit total at 30, and he's got the most RBIs at 22.
For those of y'all that watch our broadcast often don't get used to these stats that are being given today, that is not going to be a normal thing.
Come on, I've got to set an expectation here.
Brent is he is independently wealthy and has plenty of free time to do this kind of research.
It's all on Max Preps. Not hard to do.
Well, you say that, but last night I couldn't find North Point's roster on Max Preps or on SB Live.
Yeah, it's not necessarily mandatory to upload your stuff to those sites.
I thought SB Live was at this point.
Well, yeah, I don't know. They don't all do it.
There was no roster. They had a coach's name. Pontotoc does have their stats on there. Private schools, I guess, get a break from that.
Yeah, it could be. Because it's if you go to the MHSAA site, it does say
it takes you to SB Live, right, actually. Right. For those of y'all that aren't nerds like me and Brent that get on there and look at this stuff. Ripped through the hole between third and short. So Pontotoc now with a couple runners on with one out, first and second. Great night last night. Really good crowd at the game for the North Point senior night last night. North Point had a good crowd here. Hernando had a great crowd here. Almost like a playoff atmosphere last night for senior night for the Tigers.
Well, that's fantastic.
Hopefully we'll have a huge crowd here next Friday, a week from today. All of y'all watching today, don't be listening to me on the microphone next weekend. Be here live. Fun atmosphere. Ball's out. I know that those of you watching last night, we lost the feed going from the top of the seventh to the bottom of the seventh, but the Tigers, or sixth, the Tigers did hold on to win last night.
So Brian, I got word late last week, the new school, the press boxes, there's going to be a press box now for both all football, baseball, and softball. There's fiber optic network connections to all of them. We should not have internet problems next year.
curveball, ground ball to short. We're going to try to turn 2.
And they do.
And they do. Nice work by the Tigers there to get out of the first and second jam. Routine double play, and we'll go to the bottom of the first.
All right, there was one hit and no run scored. One runner left on. Due up for the Tigers is going to be the top of our lineup with Johnson, Pena, and Robine.
All right, guys, we're here for the top of the first, or bottom of the first inning. P.J. Johnson leading us off. Really solid player. Matt Crane, my guest announcer last night, voted him his vote was for him to be the player of the year in Division 1 7A. He's kind of a do-it-all. Great pitcher, great fielder, great hitter. Just does it everything.
All right, in the circle for...
now, in the circles of softball.
Sorry, gosh, that's going to be a bad habit. On the mound for the Warriors is senior Spears. He has a 2.790 ERA on 32 2/3 innings pitched, and he has 19 Ks on the season.
Curveball there. He's throwing a lot of off speed. From watching him warm up, it doesn't have a lot of velo, so I'm assuming he's going to be more of a change-up curveball kind of pitcher.
Yeah, it's coming in pretty slow for sure.
Brent, I'm going to see if you have the same kind of magic that Matt Crane had last night. See if you can get us some food brought over here. Matt Crane asked for food on the broadcast, and food arrived. I didn't get a chance to eat lunch today. Had to get some work done on this Good Friday. Ground ball up the hole. Nice play by the second baseman, and there's one out. Second baseman made that play look pretty easy, and wasn't that easy. It was in the hole and off the mound, and made that look a lot easier than it probably really was.
So I didn't give you any numbers on PJ. He is a senior with the second highest batting average on the team at 357. He's had 84 at-bats, leads the team in hits at 30, and has scored 25 runs.
There's a drive for a base hit. It's going to get by the center fielder, so that's going to turn into extra bases. Single's going to turn into a double right there as the ball hopped over the center fielder's glove. Nice piece of hitting by Pena there. Took the ball right back up the middle.
Yeah, and Pena is a senior with a 311 average. on 74 at bats. He leads the team in runs scored at 26.
Well, that'll bring Luke Romine to the plate. Told his dad a little while ago we don't have any fireworks today, with it being a day game, but had fireworks lined up last night with the wind blowing dead out, and his son did not hit a home run last night, and I got onto his dad pretty bad about that. He'll take ball one in the dirt. He did hit a ball that might have hit Katy Perry's spaceship last night that went so high.
All right, Romine's a senior. He has a 4.12 average on 51 at bats.
He'll look at a second curveball in the dirt. Pena thinks about moving up, but thinks better about it and retreats back to second base.
Romine's had 21 hits, scored 22 runs, and he has 12 RBIs in the season.
For half a season, really.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't know how many games he missed, but he missed the whole first part of the season.
You know, there's hitters that have like 84 at bats. He's only got 51 on the season.
He missed like the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. He'll take fastball outside, 3-0 count. And he also doesn't, doing the home games, obviously I don't see every away game. I pay attention to a lot of them, but he has not seen a lot of hittable pitches. He'll take a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, that's actually now his 17th free pass of the season.
In 50-some at bats.
Yeah, exactly.
Your pitcher Westmoreland steps in the box, see if he can help himself out and get some runs across the board.
Westmoreland is a freshman. He's a 393 average.
Big freshman. Big kid for a freshman.
He's had 61 at bats. He's second on the team in hits at 24, and he's tied for first on the team in doubles at 6.
Runners are off and moving. They will be safe as the ball skirts away from the third baseman there. So we'll have second and third with one out. A 1-1 count on your batter, Westmoreland. Takes a curveball down. And Brent, I'm back to the prom thing for tonight. I'm ready for this to be over. I mean,
the baseball game or prom?
Prom. I've spent a small fortune.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm sure you have too with a senior daughter.
Mine's off getting her eyebrows done right now.
Yeah, eyebrows done. I mean, what are we doing? Mine looked like she'd been in Jamaica for a month last night when I saw her because she'd gotten a spray tan. Foul ball down the first baseline. Look, she spent the last month in Jamaica last night.
Yeah, she pitched last night, had a great game, and she went and got her spray tan at 10 o'clock last night. So yeah, mine's the same way.
Yeah, they gotta get it a day before so they can kind of shower and get the color right. Oh, there's a rip through the hole. That's gonna score one, and Luke Romine will come around as well. 2 RBIs for Westmoreland there as he helps himself out and puts the Tigers on the board 2-0.
Now batting shortstop number 3, Connor Young.
We will have a pinch runner for our pitcher as Connor Young steps into the box.
Pinch runner for the pitcher, Keegan Jones.
Keegan Jones will be the pinch runner at first base with Connor Young stepping into the box. And obviously you were at softball last night, but I love Connor Young, but how he stayed in the game last night is still a mystery to me. Him and the home plate umpire were not on the same page last night at all. As he tossed his bat twice in 2 different bats.
Thinking it was ball 4?
Thinking it was ball 4, and he got rung up on both of them for strike 3. And the first one I was like, all right. And the second one I was like, man, how he managed to stay in the game. He had a guardian angel sitting on his shoulder last night because like he's getting tossed right here.
So that's interesting because in the softball game last night, in the first inning, we scored a lot of runs, but all 3 outs were strike 3 looking on an inside pitch that they all took off, walked in the first on that he rung them up on.
Yeah, Connor Young and the home plate umpire were not together last night.
All right, Connor Young is a senior with a 286 average on 70 at-bats.
Pick, and we're going on first move, and he will be picked off. Nice move by the pitcher there. You know, with a lefty on the mound, you're going first move, you're stealing, and it was a pick play, and he will cut the runner down at second base. So there's count to.
He's had 20 hits on the season, and he's second on the team in RBIs at 18.
And he is going to look at a curveball, strike 3, that'll end the inning with your Tigers leading 2-0 going into the top of the second.
All right, there were 2 runs on 2 hits, nobody left. Due up for Pontotoc is, I didn't write the last name down, Braxton's the first name, then Williams and Spears.
All right, we're back here for the top of the second. Whiteside at the plate for the Pontotoc Warriors. He'll take a ball out.
Whiteside is a senior with a 292 average on 72 at-bats. He has had 21 hits and scored 18 runs.
He'll send that one out of play. It's a lot easier at night to watch these foul balls. During the day, you can't really see them.
Yeah, especially when it's an overcast night or day like today.
Nice pitch there. Late swing, 1-2 is your count. Get as many dogs here today as we do fans. But your Hernando Fire Department is here. I guess somebody told them there might be fireworks and there's no fireworks because the fire department's here.
Could be.
Maybe he just didn't want to sit in the office. As that will be a drive, and that is gone off the top of the wall. Hits the top of the wall and carries out of the park for a home run, leadoff home run for the Pontotoc Warriors here in the top of the second.
So that is Whiteside's 4th home run of the season. He leads the Warriors in that category.
I would say with the wind blowing dead out to center field.
Yeah,
the wind definitely, like, I'm not saying the kid didn't hit that good, but he literally landed on the top of the wall. So the wind definitely aided that ball in getting out of the park. If there's zero wind, that's a warning track fly ball.
All right, your hitter's now Williams. He's a senior with a 203 average. He's had 69 at bats, 14 hits, and one of those hits was a triple.
2-0 count here. He'll foul that one back to the backstop. If you're going to give up a home run, you want to do it when nobody's on base. You can live with those.
Well, Whiteside, leads the team now with 4 home runs, and Williams has 2 on the season.
Wind is whipping out towards left center field where that ball went. Well, actually, that ball was to center more than left center, but we have 5. Oh, he's going to call a strike there. The runner was on his way to first. Even though I am for Hernando, I tend to agree with the hitter on that call.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting off to the side, right? But
that ball was wide.
The catcher caught that ball outside his body, and so unless it had amazing break on it.
So we're at a 3-2 count, foul ball, so we'll do it again. Yeah, definitely a wide strike there. If that was a Hernando kid, I'd have been like, that was a terrible call, but being the circumstances, I like the call. Laced foul, so we'll do the 3-2 pitch for a 3rd time now. Good at bat here for Pontotoc. Williams trying to battle here. And that one is wide, so it will be a walk. You have a runner on first with nobody out.
All right, the pitcher, Spears, is a senior. He has a 222 average on 45 at bats. He has had 10 hits on the season and 12 RBIs.
And I'm also noticing, Brent, that'll be a foul ball, but during our normal broadcast, when it gets crowded, the last seats that get filled
are right behind us.
Are right by us because people don't want to be heard on the mic. And today we have nobody within like 10 feet of us because there's plenty of seating and nobody wants to be like. We've had mamas move, like they're sitting next to us. They go, "Oh, y'all are on the air. I'm moving," so I don't get heard yelling on the mics.
Yeah, because these things are pretty hot. They'll pick up anybody around us.
And the pitcher, Westmoreland's mom, was one of them that moved from us one game. The only one that has ever stayed is PJ's mama. She'll yell in the mic if she gets excited. And I don't even see them here today. So maybe PJ's parents are watching the broadcast. I've not seen them today. That'll be a hit batter. So now we have first and second, so things are getting a little bit real with a 2-1 lead, nobody out in middle, first and second. Connor Young will step up to the mound and have a talk, and now Coach Carr will come out as well, try to settle our freshman pitcher down.
All right, they need to go after this next hitter. He's a junior. He only has a 109 average on 46 at bats. He's only had 5 hits on the season, but he has scored 11 runs.
The umpire just lost his lineup card. The wind took it and blew it. Somebody's going to fetch it for him, bring it back to him. Beautiful day here at Tiger Field. Last regular season game ever for the Hernando Tigers here on this field. With 30 years of baseball played on this field. It opened in 89, so their first season would have been the spring of 90. So 35 years. 35 years of baseball. I learned that math when I attended Hernando High School. Be ball one there. Down and out.
Yeah, the new baseball field, they've already laid all the sod. The outfield fence is all put up. You know, it's really they even have the speakers installed on the press box already. It's all looks like they could go play it right now if the grass was ready.
So we don't have to borrow speakers anymore.
No. There are three great big ones mounted on top of the press box.
Well, even at the football field here, you know, we had to bring in speakers because the speaker system here is so bad. One is your count. You know, these kids don't know how bad they have it, Brent. I mean, we went to school, we didn't even have air conditioning. Now, just because there's not some speakers at the ball field, you know, it's obsolete.
Well, so last night after the game, we went to eat, and there was a lady that was sitting at the table next to us that played on one of the original.
That ball is laced into the gap. That'll get all the way to the wall, and it'll be a ground rule double, which is actually a benefit for the Tigers because that will stop the runner at third who would have easily scored on that play. So ground rule double there for Pontotoc, and they have now tied the game 2-2 with nobody out and runners at second and third.
To finish that story, so there was a lady sitting next to us that had played on one of the original softball teams, fast pitch softball teams at Hernando, and she said that they started out on the T-ball field down at Robinson Gin Road was when they first played their first fast pitch softball game. Come a long way.
That ball will be hit foul down the first baseline. Well, same thing with soccer. We invited for the last regular season game, we invited all former players back, and I have a buddy that played soccer back in the day at Hernando. He's like, man, I never played on that field. We weren't allowed on the football field. He will offer it a bunt there and miss, so it will be strike two.
So this is Miller Finn. He's a junior. He has a .219 average on 65 at bats. He's got 14 hits on the season.
He'll do his job. He'll ground ball to second for the out, but they will score a run and take the lead. Runner advances to third on the play, so Pontotoc now with a 3-2 lead in the top of the second with one out and a man on third. We need this game to end at a reasonable time. Brent, I was told I had to be home by 4 o'clock today for prom activities.
Okay.
Well, I have a busload of like 30 kids eating at my house tonight, so I was told I had prom duty starting at 4 p.m. today. So he'll take strike one. So if we shut the feed down, I may pull the internet plug myself about 3:50 and go, hey, well, internet messed up. I got to go home. Excuse me, swing there. Working it at a ball game because I keep getting work texts left and right now.
All right, Witcher in the first inning walked on about a 6 or 7 pitch at bat.
Foul ball out of play. Sorry for all the noise in the background today. Huge crowd here getting rowdy. 2-2 is your count. I am shocked that there's not more parents here.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's a good bit sitting up in the stands, but
There are a few. We have more than 20, so I exaggerated that a little bit. But we don't have more than 50. Nice curveball, ground ball. Nice play there. I get it, scored the run 4-2, but that ball took a weird hop on Connor Young. He stayed right with it, made that play. You trade the run for the out this early in the game, even though now it's a 4-2 game. Now you have 2 outs and nobody on. Clayton at the plate. He is 0 for 1 on the night.
yeah, he flew out on a pop fly foul ball to third baseman in the first.
Hard ground ball through the diving third baseman Overstreet and the diving shortstop Young, just in the right spot there. If Young makes that play, he's not going to throw him out.
No.
The only chance we had there was if Overstreet could have gotten there, but it was just outside of his reach. Ball's in the dirt, and the runner was stealing on the pitch, so he'll easily take the bag with no throw.
Yeah, and that's his 11th stolen base on the season. He leads the Warriors in stolen bases.
He's saying he has some wheels.
Yeah.
That's in there for a strike. 1-1 is your count. Curveball. That's going to be a fair ball to first base, right over the bag. Luke Romine will take care of it, and your Tigers will come in to bat in the second half, bottom half of the second inning, trailing 4-2.
Yeah, and there's there were 3 hits in that inning. They plated 8 batters.
All right, we're back here in the Bottom of the second inning, Tigers trailing 4-2. Kate Costco will lead it off for your Tigers. Kate's put together a really productive season at the plate, and he rips this one. Is that going to get out? No, it's going to be off the wall for maybe a double. That's going to be a close. He's safe. No, that is a terrible call.
I thought he got around the tag.
He was beat by a mile on the throw, but he pulled his slide up, and I'm telling you, he would. If we could get the SEC, the zoom in replay, I'm telling you, he is 1,000% safe on that play. It was a nice slide. He popped up before the tag and then stepped on the base, but the throw beat him so badly that the umpire did ring him up.
So Overstreet, your hitter now. He's a sophomore with a 282 average on 78 at bats. He's had 22 hits on the season and scored 13 runs.
He pulled that one just foul down the third baseline. Tigers needing some runs. That's a hard out there at second. He'll take a ball down. 3-1 is your count. Brandon Overstreet, one of the futures of this program for the next couple years, which has a lot of unbelievably young talent on it between that sophomore and freshman class that will get their opportunities. Brandon being one of the ones getting his opportunity now, but a lot of them starting next year will be in the lineup with a lot of these kids graduating. And there is a lot of talent. The future for Hernando baseball for the next few years is very bright. Catcher Joe Akins will step into the box here. Tigers with an ode to their counterparts, the Lady Tigers 27-1 softball season, wearing their best imitation of a softball uniform today. Ball's high. Joe's had a really good year behind the plate for the Tigers this year. Threw out a couple runners last night.
That was a little, he almost overslid the bag, and, his hand came off the bag, but I think his legs were still touching it. That was a little dangerous over there at the pickoff play at first.
Well, my son was a left-handed pitcher, and so I watched the moves of left-handers, and that was both of those moves, not really good moves. They do call the balk on that one, so he will go to second as he's stepping way past quarters.
He was coming way towards home plate before he went to first.
Even if they don't call balk, it's a terrible move for a left-hander. If you're a left-handed pitcher out there watching this and you don't work on your left-handed pick to first and have a better move than that, I'm sorry, I don't criticize kids, but that is not a very good move for a left-handed pitcher. Left-handers should always have a good move to first base. Of course, the Cubs had, I can't think of the guy's name. He couldn't throw the ball to first.
He couldn't throw to first. He
couldn't throw it to first. He was left-handed. He couldn't even throw it to first. Like, if you remember a couple years ago, teams would dare him to throw to first.
Yeah.
They would literally jump 7 feet off the bag, and he still wouldn't throw it over there. Oh, and he was a great pitcher. Who am I trying to think of? If you're watching the broadcast, tell me who I'm trying to think of because I am drawing a blank on who it was. And you know who's going to text me first?
Who's that?
Keith Wilder's going to let me know who that is. Because I know Keith Wilder's watching, and he knows his Cubs baseball. He will text me who the pitcher is I'm trying to think of.
Now batting right fielder, number 5, Donovan Dixon.
So now the ground out, the runner will move up to third. We have a runner on third with Dixon at the plate and 2 outs. Now it's going to drive me nuts till I think of who that pitcher was. Nice curveball there that he says is out. Thought that was a pretty good curveball there. That'll be a strike, 1-1 is your count. Need a big base hit here to cut this lead in half. I think that ball's going to get through the hole. Yes, gets under the second baseman's glove for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Dixon there to cut the lead in half, 4-3 Pontotoc. Seeing eye hit there right in the hole. That'll turn the lineup over for Preston Johnson. One of the better walk-up songs that the Tigers have. Throw back to the 90s. A little thuggish, ruggish bone. Runner's off. Throw is late, and he will swipe the bag. So runner in scoring position for PJ here with an 0-1 count. Ball's out. 2-2 is your count. Or 1-2 is your count, excuse me. Runners off and moving on a curveball, strike 3 that they do catch, and so that will end the inning. At the end of 2, your Tigers trail Pontotoc 4-3.
We scored 1 run on 2 hits.
Kicking off 2025, the Hernando Center for the Performing Arts has another incredible season planned. Sing and dance along with the Beach Boys, the Commodores, and platinum-selling country artist Lee Bryant. Laugh with iconic Broadway shows, Mean Girls, and the Addams Family. And enjoy highly anticipated evenings with Priscilla Presley and beloved comedian Brian Regan. Now is the time to reserve your tickets. The Hernando Center for the Performing Arts is just a short drive down I-55. Go to HernandoCenter.org for more information.
right, we're back here for the top of the third inning on Prom Friday.
New pitcher on the mound. Senior Holmes, he's got a 1.720 ERA. He's thrown 20 and a third inning so far this season and has 24 strikeouts.
When he's on, he is a really, really tough to hit. Obviously, the 24 strikeouts in 20 innings tells you that. He'll start out here with a 2-0 count. Yeah, I don't like these day games. I can't even see my phone to see the fly ball to right field, right at the right fielder. I can't even see the game changer.
Now batting number 3, Braxton Whiteside.
All right, so Whiteside, your center fielder for the Warriors, is back up. He led off the second inning with the home run that bounced literally off the top rail of the fence.
Two and O's your count. That's going to be another fly ball to second base. And then make the play right behind the dirt behind second base.
Now batting number 6, Jackson Williams.
Okay, it was John Lester.
Oh, yes.
And it was not Keith Wilder that sent it to me. It was Brad Barnhill.
Okay.
So I appreciate that, Brad.
So I texted my dad, and he hadn't responded yet.
Well, it was going to drive me nuts because it's something I should have known. And just, hey, it's Prom Friday. I'm not in the right frame of mind.
All right, your hitter for the Warriors is Williams. In the second inning, he walked on a 6-pitch at bat.
Hitter did not like that called strike. 0-2 is your count. Some of the Pontotoc fans, I think they may have more fans here than we do. They're not happy with the umpire. The whole town of Pontotoc has shown up for the game today.
I'm making a road trip out of it if they're going back to Oxford tonight.
And excuse me, swing strike 3 there to end the inning.
All right, 3 up, 3 down. Your score remains Pontotoc 4, Tigers 3. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back here for the top of the fourth inning, or excuse me, the bottom of the third inning. And I did get a text from Keith Wilder as well giving me the answer. So I will give him a shout out that I did get 2 correct answers to my question.
So Brian, earlier in the game, you announced that the baseball Tigers are playing Clinton on Friday, time to be determined. Just a couple minutes ago, we got the official word that softball plays Tupelo at 6 p.m. on Thursday here at Hernando Tiger softball field.
So for our people watching the baseball game, you have no reason not to be at the softball field Thursday night or Thursday for the game. Support your Lady Tigers, who lost in the state championship just like your baseball Tigers did last year.
So the Pontotoc coach is pretty hot. When he walked off from his third base spot in the top half of the inning, he gave the home plate umpire an earful, and he's getting a talking to by the first base umpire now.
So if he gets thrown out, can he coach the game tonight at Oxford? He can't.
No.
So
Yes.
he may be trying to get thrown out. He may have prom plans tonight. He
Well,
don't want to be at the game.
Either that, or he wants to go eat somewhere good in Oxford.
Hey, if I get thrown out, I don't get to coach at Oxford tonight. Get ready for prom. I don't know when Pontotoc's prom is. Maybe he's celebrating Hernando's prom. But he is only, I would assume, a short leash now because they did pause the game to go have a talking to.
Yeah, that may have been a makeup call right there.
3-2's your count.
Yeah, that had, considering they stopped the game and went and talked to him, that had to be a makeup call or a warning on him.
That ball's ripped. Man, I am thoroughly impressed with the second baseman for Pontotoc. He has made two really, really great plays and made them look easy in this game. That ball was ripped.
Yeah, he was going to his right, went to his knees, snagged that ball, and fired a missile over to first base.
Yeah, he's a very good baseball player, at least for the day. I don't know. I've never seen him play before, so don't know who he is. He may have had 52 errors on the season. I don't know, but for this one game, he has made some impressive plays. Luke Roman will see a curveball outside.
Luke, in the first inning, walked on a 4-pitch at bat.
And I'm not liking the day games because I can't see my phone at all.
Oh, that's a bump. Oh, no. See, there's another case of off the bat. I'm used to softball. I thought that was deep, and it was just a can of corn.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Just a routine fly ball there.
Now back to 26. Action, Westmoreland.
All right, Westmoreland in the first. Got a single, tried to stretch it into a double, and got thrown out at. Oh no, I'm sorry. Was that?
That was Koska.
That was the stolen base.
Yeah, no, Koska's the one that got caught trying to go to second. That made a heck of a slide that I still say he was safe. So, Laura, Guy, if you're watching, your son was safe at second. He might not should have gone to second, but he was safe. And that's going to be down the line. That's going to be extra bases here for Westmoreland. Will be a stand-up double. So two out double here by Westmoreland. And we did most of our damage last night with 2 outs, Brent, with nobody on. This one we scored most of our runs last night was 2 outs, nobody on. Connor Young, who's had a rough couple days at the plate, need him to get hot. We need him hot for the playoffs here, so let's see if we can get him seeing the ball right here. He'll take curveball for a strike. Let's go see why. He's going to rip that one fair down the line. So that's what we needed from him. He'll tie the game up as Westmoreland will trot in to score to make the game 4-4. It'll be a stand-up double for Connor Young, who after last night and his first plate appearance today, we really needed him to get some confidence at the plate, because if we're going to make a run of the playoffs, we need him hitting the baseball. We'll have a mound visit here from Pontotoc with Cade Koska, who roped one off the fence his last at bat and got thrown out trying to go to second. Again, was safe, but I'm not the umpire.
Yeah, it was interesting on that play. Like you said, the ball
beat him about 5 feet.
Beat him, but the way the tag was put down, his foot stopped on the base before the tag actually got there.
He popped up his slide short of the base. He popped up in front of the tag and stepped on the base. It was a really good slide, and from we're 90, probably 110 feet away, 90 feet from home plate, and we're another 20 feet behind home plate. And from here, he was 100% safe.
Well,
but you're not going to get that call.
Yeah, what was weird about that play was the field umpire stood there and was looking like
he thought about it.
He thought about it, but he ended up.
Look, 9 times out of 10, you're never getting that call in a high school baseball game when the ball beats you that bad. But it was still a really good slide, and I will. In the broadcast today, was saying he was safe at second. Nevertheless, he takes a 1-0 count, and we need him to do the same thing again and give the Tigers a lead here with Connor Young at second. Base hit will score him. And that is ripped up the middle, hard enough that there is going to be a throw, but it is going to be up the line towards the third base side. And so there is no play at the plate, and Koska will advance to second on the throw home. Koska, who has been seeing the ball really, really well the last few weeks for the Tigers.
Now batting the third baseman, number 9, Brand Overstreet.
All right, your hitter now is Overstreet. He walked on a 6-pitch at bat in the second inning.
He's going to hit this a sharp ground ball third that's bobbled. So we'll see if he beats it out. He does. A wide throw to first. He was going to be safe anyway, but he'll move up to second, and Koska will move up to third on the throw. So now we have second and third. Again, like I said, we did most of our damage last night with nobody on and 2 outs, and here we are again.
And on that particular play, your third baseman made 2 errors in the same play. He made an error at fielding the ball, and then he made another error throwing it extremely wide.
The second error was probably a product of the first error.
Yeah, absolutely. He rushed that second one, but he was way off target. The first baseman had no hope.
Again, I think Overstreet was going to beat that ball out, even if the throw had been on target after the bobble.
Absolutely. But him going to second on that play was due to the second error.
Yeah, big cut there on the ball down by Akins.
All right, Joe, in the second inning, grounded out to your second baseman.
Give a shout out to Overstreet, which I'm assuming I don't see them here, so I'm assuming they're watching us. There's a rip. Let's see. Nope, it will be. I thought it was a better hit ball than that. It will be a routine fly ball to end the inning. So your Tigers do come back and score a couple of runs here in the bottom of the fourth to take a 5-4 lead.
Yeah, we did that on 3 hits.
We'll be back for the top of the fourth inning here in just a minute.
Do you have a home, cars, RV, or motorcycle? At Shelter Insurance, they believe in protecting what matters most: your family, your home, your future. You're not just getting an insurance agent, you're getting a neighbor who understands your needs. Whether it is auto, home, or life insurance, Shelter Insurance is here to make sure you're covered. Their simple goal: to help you find the right coverage at the right price. Call Brandon Vandenberg at 662-429-5755.
It's time to satisfy that craving at Lenny's Grills and Subs, where every bite is packed with fresh ingredients and bold flavors. Our bread is baked fresh daily, ensuring that every sandwich is delicious as the last. So why would you settle for the ordinary when you can have the extraordinary? Visit Lenny's Subs here in Hernando, where fresh meets flavor. Taste the difference. Looking for a smile that lights up a room? Welcome to Hernando Dental Group, where your comfort and care come first. Whether it's routine checkup or a sparkling cleaning or a complete smile makeover, our expert team is here to help keep you smiling with confidence. So why wait?
I know they were from West Virginia, but she just informed me of that.
I didn't realize that either.
And she has a cute little dog walking around.
23, Jackson Denbridge.
So what I was going to say at the end of that last inning, giving a shout out, if you're not following Rebecca Overstreet on TikTok, she tries to make some funny videos and she makes her husband participate.
That's probably the funny part.
Yeah, that's what makes him good. You can tell he wants no part of it, but he has to do it. Wind whipping here out towards left center field. 1-1 is your count. Beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it's finally, we're finally getting weather in the 80s. We've had so many windy, cold days that it's been miserable so far.
Excuse me, swing there on the breaking ball. Fooled him completely. I keep saying Prom Friday, but it's actually Good Friday, our Lord and Savior. The biggest Christian holiday of the year. I know people will say Christmas, but this is the weekend. So now you've gotten my religious commentary for today. Wind is really whipping right now. And another excuse me swing, and if he does not call that a strike, he did not call that a strike. The ball was in the dirt, but he definitely offered at that pitch.
Yeah, and Spears moves up to second on the wild pitch.
Well, where we're sitting, we can see on the right, especially a right-hander's check swing, that bat was well out in front of the plate. But nevertheless, it'll be a walk, so first and second and nobody out for Pontotoc Warriors here.
Now batting number 1, Milligan.
It's funny to hear Landon Holmes' mom to our left calling him homie. I know that's his nickname, but it's kind of funny coming from the mom. There'll be a bunt here. Great bunt. Yeah, there's not going to be a play anywhere.
That was an incredible bunt right there.
Perfect placement on the bunt, and bases will be loaded with nobody out. See what your Tigers defense does here. if they, with a 1-run lead in the fourth, see if they pull the infield in or leave them back. Looks like they are going to leave the middle infield at double play depth and trade the double play for a run if they get it. First and third will pull into the grass. Homie toes the rubber. That ball will be up.
All right, we're back to the top of the Warriors lineup with Witcher. He walked in the first and grounded out to shortstop in the second.
Good curveball fouled out of play there. Brent, how many cowbells do you have in front of you today?
Well, the funny thing is, I think it's the only 5 cowbells here, and we don't have enough students to even grab them.
I don't like, obviously, as an Ole Miss fan, I'm not a fan of the cowbell. Don't like that our students use them. I think that was a Lewisburg thing.
Well, it was
Started with Lewisburg, right?
Well, it was weird the other night. PA was playing "The Love Is Gone" and the students were ringing the cowbells, and I was like, "That's
they don't go together.
That's afflicted right there."
Yeah, it's an Ole Miss baseball song and a cowbell.
And these mics that we have pick those cowbells up really well, and they ring in your ear the whole time.
Good pitch there, fouled out of play. 2-2 is your count. Need a big strikeout here from Homie. Now his mom's got me saying Homie. Big, he's going to say that was wide. It may have been. I thought it was a pretty good pitch there. But from where Joe caught it, I think it probably was a little bit out. That ball's ripped. That will score 1, and everybody else will check up as the throw comes back into the infield. So we have a tie game, bases still loaded, nobody out. Just outside the reach of Overstreet at third there. If Overstreet could have made that play, that could have been a double play. I didn't see where the runners were, but that ball was laced.
Well, they had to check up a little bit, so on the line drive, but surely it would have been a double play somewhere.
Nice pitch there. Had him way out in front. Strike 2. You know tax season's over when you have Jim Goff sitting behind you. CPA, we're at April 19th. So 4 days removed from tax day. He's still kicking. Yeah, I saw a meme on Facebook that said, "I'm so tired of seeing CPAs complain about working hard for 2 weeks a year."
That's right.
Everybody else works hard all year. You CPAs complain about 2 weeks.
All right, the Warrior hitter is Clayton. He flew out to the third baseman on a foul ball in the first, and he got a single in the second.
1-2 is your count.
Nice block.
Tie game, bases loaded. 2-2 is your count. No outs. Need a big strikeout and then a double play, and let's get to the dugout. That ball will be down. 3-2 will be your count. Nowhere to put him. Got to come right at him here. timeout, and Joe will go out and talk with Landon. You hope to see whatever he feels is his best pitch. You want to see it right here. It's turned into one heck of a ball game here on Prom Friday. Batter will call timeout, so we'll wait another few seconds. You know, obviously we had the one home run, but I'm actually shocked we haven't seen more as hard as this wind is blowing out towards left center field. Jim Goss not happy with the batter, keeping calling timeout behind us. This is what you're looking for. We'll trade the run. He will beat it out at first, so we did not turn the double play. Get out second. They will take the lead 6-5, and now you have first and third with one out. Ball just hit a little too slow to turn the double play. And that ball took a funny hop. Our infield has had, the last couple days, I've seen some really, really funny hops.
Yeah, so that's out number one on the fielder's choice.
Coach Carr needs to get some of these freshmen out here to put some sand in some of these holes.
Well, this field might only have another
Couple games.
3 weeks of life left in it anyway.
But between last night and tonight, I've seen some really funny hops on ground balls.
Yeah, and the challenge on that one was, you know, he kind of backed up a little bit because, you know, trying to take it on the high hop instead of the short hop, and then it really hopped on him.
2-0 your count. I'm assuming some of these boys might be at my house tonight, since we're having prime dinner at my house. Runner goes. We're going to throw down to third. He didn't even look at the runner at second. He immediately just threw to third, hoping he would catch the runner jumping off the base a little bit. Base, boss. What did I say? 2-1 is your count. Nice block up. Three and one your count, one out, runners on second and third. That will be outside, so that will load them up. Coach Carr will come out of the dugout, see if we're going to make a pitching change or what he's going to do.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're going to stick with Homie out here on the mound. Coach Carr's had the talk, and we have bases loaded, one out. Need a big double play here.
Yeah, Blanchard is your hitter. He's the first baseman. he hit into a fielder's choice in the first and flew out to right in the third.
Again, listeners, don't get used to these stats that you're getting today. That will not happen in the playoffs. Ball's hit to left field. Runners tagging. Plays made. Throw will come into third base to keep the runner at second. And it'll be a 7-5 lead now for the Pontotoc Warriors. Ball was well deep enough that there was no play to be had at the plate. So smart decision out in left field to bring it into third there. Now we have 2 outs. Back pick to first, not in time. Was it called a strike? So strike one looking on the play.
Right, Whiteside's back up to the plate. You know, he hit the home run off the top of the wall in the second, and he struck out in the third.
Curveball down in the dirt. 1-1 is your count. Brent, maybe you should start ringing the cowbells.
No.
You're not on board with that? Another curveball that misses low. 2-1's count. No, I'm not. No, put it away. Hurt enough just on the 2 dings. Foul ball into the Tiger dugout. Coach Carr trying to rally the dugout to get some life in it. Boys will be boys, right? Probably got some other things on their mind besides baseball. Check swing. Said he did not go.
Yeah, that's another huge difference with softball, right? They're all doing these cheers that they all know the words to.
Well, baseball has started doing that in the last few years. Like we were talking about that a couple broadcasts ago.
Yeah, when you're playing Lewisburg, DC, yeah.
Like used to be a baseball dugout did not do that, but now they all have their own chance all the way even in the college level. Deep fly ball, nice play in center field. That'll end the inning, and your Tigers will go to the bottom of the 4th, trailing 7-5.
All right, there was 3 runs on 3 hits. We'll be back in a minute. Do you have a home, cars,
Dean Darnell of Sonic. They go the extra mile for Hernando Athletics. Stop by for a cold summer treat or a fall treat, John. Dean Darnell, our friends at Sonic, America's Drive-In. And our starting lineup sponsor was Wade Incorporated. Visit Wade Incorporated for all your lawn, farm, and equipment needs. Once again, Wade Incorporated are starting lineup sponsors. Hey, Instant Replays this season brought to you by Domino's Pizza. Domino's will be sponsoring the Instant Replay all season long. They're the exclusive pizza provider for the Tigers at the concession stands during the games. Call Domino's tonight or stop by the concession stand for a slice of pizza.
Are you in need of a reliable source for agricultural supplies? Rely on Tri-County Farm Services. In business since 1992, our locally owned business provides the supplies you need along with the friendly, attentive customer service you deserve. Whether you need various seeds
base and was left stranded. Swing and a miss. That's a 1-1 count to Dickerson. That'll be a can of corn to the right fielder for out number 1. Preston Johnson's now at the plate. He grounded out to the second baseman in the first and struck out in the second. And great play by your shortstop to throw him out at first for the second out of the inning.
2 up, 2 down very quickly there.
Yeah, that was a one-pitch bat right there.
Now batting second baseman, number 13, Josh Pena.
Just show the city what it takes to be alive for it.
Pena singled in the first and grounded out to second to lead off the third.
She didn't give him a double on that pass ball in center field?
No.
Come on, man.
It was a single and an air, reached second on the air.
Come on now. I can't see Game Changer has the official scorebook being kept by the Tiger dugout, and I can't see my phone out here in the sun, so I can't see how they scored it. I would assume that was a hit. It was a hard ground ball.
I would call it a hit. I mean, he didn't even touch it.
Yeah, it went right under his glove, but like I said, it took a funny hop, a hard hit ground ball by Pena. Pena's had a good day at the plate. Luke Romine up right here. Hopefully the pitcher, the coach for Pontotoc is out. Probably telling him what I'm thinking. Don't want to see a tie game on one swing of the bat right here.
Yeah, the official score scored that a single,
which is what it should have been. They gave an error last night on one ball that I thought should have been ruled a single. I'm like, come on, man, we'll give our kids the benefit of the doubt.
All right, Romine walked in the first and flew out to right in the second.
He'll look at strike one curveball. Ball's a little out. 1-1 is your count. They have it 3-1 on the scoreboard. That is just the second pitch to him, correct?
No, they've corrected. It's 1-1 now.
Okay. It's like, did I miss 2 pitches? Ball was a little elevated. Luke wanted it, but it was a little up in the zone. He'll foul it out of play. Been a few games since we've seen him pound one to the gateway tire. There's a curveball in the dirt. Runner was moving on the pitch, so easily swiped second base there. Coach yelling, "Wake up to our bench."
I may also be yelling at the fans to wake up too.
Well, I mean, it's tough days. Better today than the day after prom playing, I guess.
Yeah, last year they played the day after prom, and that was rough.
3-1's your count, or 3-2's your count. That ball will be out, and he'll take his second walk of the game.
Yeah, they know exactly who he is. They're not going to mess with him.
Yeah. I mean, that's why. Look, same thing happened last night when he came to the plate. They're coming out to talk to the pitcher, going, "Don't do something stupid that can tie the game up right here." Problem is, you got a freshman that's a big kid at the plate now behind him that is capable of doing some damage as well.
Yeah, coming into today, Westmoreland had a 393 average. He was second on the team in hits at 24, and he's added 2 more hits to that today.
And again, we've only seen 1 home run today, but if you get a ball elevated going towards left field, every ball towards left field has a chance. It'll be a ball outside, 2-0's your count. Connor Young on deck. Catcher will call timeout and go have a talk with his pitcher. It just amazes me sometimes, Brent, looking at this kid batting. He's a true freshman. Well, I guess you're always a true freshman in high school. There is no red shirt.
No red shirt.
But, I mean, just the size of some of these kids.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this home plate umpire is not a small man, and Westmoreland is at least an inch or 2 taller than him.
Ball's down. 30's your count.
So he got a green light?
I don't know. I mean, obviously Connor Young had a great base hit his last plate appearance. Love for him to have a chance to break this thing tied up or take the lead. He does not have a green light. We see right there. So but even taking that all the way.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely taking that all the way, but that was not a pitch that you want to swing at.
Middle.
Yeah, because you couldn't do a whole lot with that pitch.
On the outside corner, yeah. Good
and low.
That one's an check swing ball right back at us. Last night the ball did that, and Matt Crane, like a little girl, flinched. And I'm like, dude, you have a net in front of you. And he flinched so hard on a ball just like that last night. Acted just like, I was like, come on, man. That'll be down, and doesn't matter, it's pass ball, but runners were going to advance anyway. They were running with the pitch, but now the bases are loaded for Connor Young, and we'll see what kind of damage he can do right here.
So over the softball, our press box is really just a deck, right? And
you definitely have better chairs than us, though.
Yeah, but it's open air, right? When we've had that kind of set up for the last 3 seasons, for the first time in 3 seasons, a foul ball landed in the press box with us.
Pitching coach out.
And I did not try to catch it.
If you did, I would like to see a video. Anybody has video?
Yeah, no, did not try to catch it. Did not want a broken finger.
I would have liked to have a video of Matt, though. The ball literally came right back at us, and he flinched so hard, and I was like, man, there's a net in front of you, right?
All right, so we're going to have a new pitcher on the mound. I haven't seen a number for him yet. Looks like 15. That's Cooley. He's a sophomore. He has a 5.440 ERA. He's given up. He's only thrown 9 innings so far, and he has given up 7 earned runs in those 9 innings.
All right, let's go, Singwa.
We need to take advantage of that and see if we can't break this back open for us. It does look like he's got a little bit more velocity than the previous pitcher.
Not a big hit, but yeah, he is.
He's got a good
definitely throwing harder than the last kid. A lot of empty reserved seating here today, Brent.
Yeah, we should have set the table up in front of those. Sat in the chairs.
Auctioned the seats off. Actually, just bring them over here, because
You don't like your metal chairs?
These poor chairs have seen better days that they give us.
Well, hopefully there'll be good ones in the press box next year.
Got Coach McCann here sitting behind us at the game, supporting the Tigers.
Always.
Had Sheriff
he was
Tuggle
at
out.
softball last night.
Hey, he had Sheriff Tuggle out to speak to the football team yesterday at school.
Hey,
He didn't know any of them, but
so that's a good thing, right?
Well, he also
what they probably didn't hear on the thing was Coach Sheriff Tuggle didn't know any of them by name, which is a good thing.
well, look, he told me if Witten loses another game, he's taking over the softball program next year. I mean, 27-1 is unacceptable. Ball's out.
Yeah,
Nowhere
he
to put
definitely
him.
has more volume.
So gotta bring it to Connor right here. 1-0's the count. Walks as good as a hit with the bases full of Tigers. We'll get a called strike there. So 1-1's your count. Big hole between first and second base right now.
Connor needs to do exactly what he did in the third inning and hit a double right here.
Be a time called by your batter. Got Caden Koska on deck, who has been dead red seeing the ball the last few weeks. That ball's up. 2-1's your count. The only person that Sheriff Tuggle knew was Coach McCann. I'm not going to say why.
He's a big fan. That's
not going to say why, but he knew him by name. It's like, good to see you again outside of the jail cells. Just kidding. As far as I'm aware, Coach McCann has not visited our jail. Strike two. 2-2's
I don't
count.
know about that call right there.
That ball was down, it was borderline. It was borderline. It isn't as bad as some of the other ones I've seen. Time called by your batter. 2-2, 2 outs. Bases full of Tigers. Tigers trail by 2. So 2's across the board. Need CY to come up big right here. That ball will be down and out. So full count. Runners will be moving with the pitch. So a base hit will tie the game because your runner at second will be moving with the pitch.
He should get a good pitch to look at right here.
And like I said, if he doesn't, you got one of the hottest hitters the Tigers have sitting in the on-deck circle. That's a slow ground ball. That's going to be trouble. He will get him by a step. So at the end of 4, your Tigers trail 7-5.
Yeah, and there were no runs on just one hit.
All right, as we head into the top of the 5th inning, Reese Canizero will be your new pitcher for the Tigers. Had one heck of an outing the other night against Lewisburg. I mean, he came in and was dealing. Young guy, I think he's a freshman or sophomore.
He's a sophomore. He has a 2.420 ERA on 8 2/3 innings pitched, and has struck out 9 in those 8 2/3.
Well, he threw a couple unbelievable innings the other night against Lewisburg. Very impressive. So another young Tiger that is the future of the program. Toes the rubber for the Tigers here. Said Rebels. Don't need to insult the Tigers that bad, because Ole Miss lost to South Carolina last night. Nice curveball. He says it's going to be in, but this kid does have a really, really good breaking ball when it's working, and that was one of them right there. Fastball for a strike. 1-2 should count.
Your hitter Williams walked in the first and struck out in the second. Oh,
nice
what a pitch.
curveball. Like I said, the other night was the first time I've seen him throw, and a very impressive curveball. I don't know what the break is on it, but it's very impressive.
All right, Spears, the pitcher for the Warriors, is back up. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning and got a single in the fourth.
Strike one fastball in the inner half of the plate there. The way this kid has thrown the couple games I've seen him, I mean, like I said, you've got some really, really good sophomores and freshmen that are not seeing tons of playing time right now for the Tigers that are going to be unbelievable talents for this team going forward. He gets a benefit there. That ball looked like it was a little high, but
yeah,
he will get the call. And when you're throwing strikes, you get calls. You're throwing balls, you don't get calls.
And got him.
Second K. I've forgotten how many Ks he had against Lewisburg, but he had several.
Yeah, I don't have that breakdown. I just, where is he on here?
Now batting number 23, Jackson.
Yeah, so he had 9 strikeouts coming into this game and has already rung up the first 2.
Well, he had he had a couple really big strikeouts against Lewisburg the other night. Breaking ball that out of the hand, like I don't even know how a hitter I mean, that ball looked like it was going to be 2 feet above the pitcher or above the home plate umpire, and it broke right into the middle of the zone.
So the hitter is Dandridge. He's the left fielder. He had a double in the second, and he walked in the fourth.
Caused a little out, I guess. The only thing I could think I don't think it was low.
Oh.
Ball's in, but again, just
yeah.
I would like to know.
That pitch was like even a slow curveball. It was almost like a change curve, which I don't think you can really throw that in baseball.
The call there, 3-2's the count. He definitely had, of all of the pitchers I've seen this year, he definitely has the most break on his breaking ball that I've seen. That will be down, and he'll let him get away, and 2-out walk here for Pontotoc.
All right, I missed a pitch there somewhere. I thought that was only ball 3.
That ball's going to be sliced out to left field, and play will be made to end the inning. Going into the bottom of the 5th, your Tigers trail 7-5.
No runs, no hits. 1 runner left.
All right, back here in the bottom of the 5th, Kay Koska leading it off for your Tigers. Let's see what he can do. We need some base runners.
Koska's had a 2-for-2 night so far with a single that he tried to stretch into a double in the 2nd and another single in the 3rd.
That he was safe on I will say it again. Said it multiple times during this broadcast. He was safe at second base, but he was called out. He'll take a 3-0 count here. And, hey, whatever we got to do to get on.
Yeah, he's one that I might give the green light to, but in this situation, I'd take at least one pitch.
Now the wind is blowing dead center field at the moment. 3-1 is your count. Well, you get base runners in any ball. Like I said, any of these guys coming up, Overstreet behind him, any of these guys get a ball elevated towards left center field, it's got a chance. He will get called strike 2. Well, we got the benefit of that call in the last inning, so I'm not going to complain as long as he's consistent. That ball was up, but we got the same call last inning, so. Oh, and he's going to ring him up on a ball that looked to be outside. So Koska will go down for the first time tonight on 2 questionable pitches.
Yeah, I mean, the second called strike was above the letters, and you never see that as in the strike zone in baseball. All right, quick conversation with the third base coach.
Is Kate available to come in to pitch today?
Yeah, she only threw probably about 50 pitches last night. So.
Yeah, for you baseball people that don't know softball, Brent has a pretty good pitcher for the Hernando Tigers. She gets her athleticism from her mother. Overstreet will take strike 1. That ball's ripped for a base hit into left field. So a 1-out single here for Overstreet with Joe Akins at the plate. And like I said, base runners is the key because any ball that gets elevated has a chance today.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Joe Akins, right, in the 3rd inning, he hit the line drive to left field that I thought was down, and it ended up carrying all the way to the left fielder for an out. All right,
Rowdy Tiger fans here today. The one mom yelling. Not sure where that ball missed. He does get that ball. That was a way better pitch than the two that Koska took.
Yeah, that was above the knee, and it looked like it was right over the plate.
It was definitely a better pitch than the two that Koska looked at that were called strikes. But we'll take it. 1-0 is your count. That ball was up, but that's been a strike.
Yeah, that was not much higher than the one he called for a strike.
That ball's been a strike all day. It is definitely elevated, but he has been calling that a strike most of the day. That ball's definitely out, so 3-0 count here. So Tigers trying to get a little life in them here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, he started Koska off with a 3-0 count and came back and got him. Let's not let that happen here.
That ball's down in the dirt. So first and second with 1 out, and Dixon will be your Tiger hitter. Another young kid, freshman or sophomore.
He is. Where is he? Wrong sheet.
He's either freshman or sophomore.
He's a sophomore.
Okay, I can't keep up with it.
All right, another trip to the mound by the Warrior head coach.
Tigers got a little bit of life here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. Only problem with the day is the wind. Beautiful, beautiful day here at Tiger Field. First day of the year that you need some sunscreen. I've already been brought up that I need some on my head.
Well, what's going to be funny for you is you got that headset on with the strip.
Yeah.
You're going to have one strip across the top of your head.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, and people don't realize that that's kind of insulting to ask me if I need some sunscreen for my head. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, no, do you need to lose some weight? Or what, come on, I can't help that I'm bald.
All right, Dixon had a single in the second, flew out to right field in the 4th.
And we got to score some runs and get this game over with. My daughter texted me just a few minutes ago, making sure I was going to be home in time for prom pictures at 4 o'clock.
You got over an hour.
Like, I'm not going to prom, baby. Foul back to the screen. And right now you don't even look like my daughter. You're too dark to be my daughter. The spray tan she got yesterday. That ball's going to be out. Leadoff hitter Preston Johnson on deck. That ball's down in the dirt and gets away from the catcher, so the runners will advance. Will take away the force out, and now a base hit could possibly score the tying run. These runners are at second and third with a 2-2 count.
You know, one of the things I noticed with that pitcher right there, you know, he was paying a lot of attention to the runner that was on second base, but he had no leg kick whatsoever. His foot barely came up off the ground. But there he's got a big leg kick.
That ball's going to be out. 3-2. First base open. Preston Johnson on deck. I don't know that there's another hitter I would want in the on deck circle in this moment. Ground ball will score one. So ground ball out. They'll trade a run for an out, and the Tigers cut the lead in half. It's now 7-6 Pontotoc, with PJ coming up with a runner on third. And still the best walk-up song in the game. was one of my favorite songs of all time. Foul ball out of play.
So PJ's due here. He grounded out to second in the first inning, struck out in the second inning, and grounded out to short in the fourth. He's due for a base hit right here to tie this game.
We need to train this dog to our left to go fetch some of these foul balls for us. Ball's elevated. 1-1's your count.
I think the dog wants to find some shade.
Me too. If he finds some, I need to borrow it.
Press box next year has air conditioning.
That's
and
nice. That's nice. Hopefully I'll be invited back next year. May get fired. I got fired game 1 this year and got rehired 5 minutes later. Ball's down. 2-2's your count. It may be the first time in the history of a job that you show up, you got fired, and 5 minutes later got rehired.
Well, you got fired by somebody that didn't have the authority to fire you, so there you go.
But I was fired and rehired in a 5-minute span. Good looking pitch. Wow. Okay.
It goes in our favor, but
that must have been wide.
That.
The only thing I can think is it was off the plate because it was definitely not high or low.
I mean, if it was off the plate, the catcher had to be set up in the river because there's no way. There it is.
That's going to be extra bases and a tie ball game. Let's see if he's going to stop at second base. Off the bat, I thought that might be what he tried to go for 3, but again, I go back to I said there's not a guy one up in that spot besides him. He is Mr. Clutch for this Tiger team. He gets his athleticism from his mother as well.
Now batting number 13, Josh Pena.
All right, we're going to have a pinch runner for Preston.
I'm not sure why that's the case here.
Well, but he's a pitcher.
Well, but he's not pitching now, and he has speed. So I'm wondering if he has like something going on where they don't want him running.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be.
So, Jace Jordan coming in to run for him.
Yeah, Jordan does have 4 stolen bases.
Well, he's got some wheels too. But again, pinch running for Preston leads me to think he may have something tweaked or something not to be running for himself.
Yeah, I hope not. We don't want that happening right before playoffs start.
Strike 1, high strike. It's been a strike most of the day. It's not a strike, but he has been consistent with that call.
Yeah, it's when you got both coaching staffs barking at pitch calls.
That ball's laced down the line. It is fair ball. Tigers will take the lead. This is going to be, he will wheel into second. They'll trade spots. Jace Jordan will come in to score for the Tigers and give them the lead 8-7. Again, our damage coming with 2 outs. That's been kind of our calling card the last 2 days is 2-out hitting. Nice piece of hitting there by Josh Pena. Was questioning off the bat if it was going to stay fair or not because it was hooking, but it was definitely a fair ball.
Well, now what are they calling?
Well, we got our coach coming out to argue something, and now Pontotoc's coach is coming out. And this is the most animated I've seen Coach Carr. And I'm not even sure what we're arguing.
Well, I have a feeling maybe there was
interference.
No, it couldn't have been interference. I think maybe there might have been something said on the base pass.
I was wondering. I wasn't watching, but I was wondering.
Well,
if
now the Pontotoc coach is animated, so I don't know what Maybe they're getting on both of them for arguing pitch calling. I don't really know.
No, because our coach initiated this. Coach Carr initiated whatever's going on. He was not happy about something that happened.
Whatever that was, it doesn't change anything about the game. The runner's where he's at. Everybody scored.
Pontotoc parents and the
I didn't hear what he said.
Pontotoc being Pontotoc right now. Yeah, hey, that's got hey, whatever happened, it's got our bench a little bit of life in it.
Yeah, and we needed some life injected in. Pitcher doesn't know that we've stepped out of the box. All right, so Luke, they've been really careful with Luke all day. He walked in the first, walked again in the fourth, flew out to right in the second. Coach got in an argument with the umpires to breathe life into his team.
That ball's fouled off down the first base line. Yeah, like I said, if it did nothing else, it got some life in our dugout.
All right.
Now we got the umpire.
We're searching for foul balls.
Oh, yeah, we don't have any balls. Oh, and Coach Carr's going to bring him out personally.
Not a word.
Did not even look at him. So whatever upset him has still got him. He wouldn't even look at the umpire when he handed him the balls right there.
I have no clue what he was upset about either. There was no.
The only thing I can figure is he wanted, like, I wasn't watching first base. If the that ball ripped, just foul, about 2 feet foul there. Yeah, the only thing I can figure is the first baseman got in the way of Pena, because off the bat I thought that was going to be 3 bases.
Yeah, that could be, because the umpire was in my way and I was actually trying to see if the ball was going to land fair or foul, so I did not see that.
But that's the only thing. I mean, there's nothing else that happened in that play that could have been. Oh, and he's going to ring him up on the high outside strike. Luke is not happy.
All right, Brian, there was 3 runs scored on 3 hits. Your score is now Tigers 8, Warriors 7.
Luke throws the bat there in disgust. That ball was out, up. I don't even know who. I mean, I don't even know how you call that a strike. But
well, look at the first base coach. he's pointing to where the ball missed the plate as well. All right, we'll be right back.
All right, we're here, top of the 6th inning. Your Tigers put up a crooked number 3 in that inning, with 2 outs again, I think, and lead 8-7. We have a new pitcher, Eli Bagley.
Bagley is a sophomore. He's given up only 12 earned runs on the season. He's only thrown so far 8 innings.
That ball's wide to the backstop. So your Tigers back in front 8-7 for the first time in a couple innings, playing in front. He's been consistent. Bad.
It is a really
That is strike one. That
wide
was,
strike zone, or tall strike zone, because that was below the knees and we're going to above the letters.
and that looked like a better pitch than the last one.
Yeah,
Two
but
ones you count.
I think that one might have been a little outside.
He's been consistently bad both directions. Glad it's not a playoff game, because it might be a game that a coach would get tossed if this was a playoff game. 2-2 should count. Bagley bringing nothing but heat so far. See if we see something different on this pitch. And we do. Curveball that's...
Oh, Howard. Eli was frustrated with that one. He thought that was a great pitch, and so did I.
And so did our dugout. It's our first base coach that you referenced a second ago. Not happy, and he's still kind of...
There you go.
Their coach doesn't like that call on strike three.
That one looked like, I don't know left to right, but that looked like a good pitch from here.
I did too. But their coach wasn't happy, the batter isn't happy. And some of that may be just the frustration that's building in both dugouts at this point from the
Look at the third base coach right now.
inconsistency. Third base coach just got his hands up in the air.
Yeah, and the first base umpire just gave the kind of shoulder shrug, like, I don't know.
Look, first base coach on that pitch right there just turned to the first base umpire and was like, "That's the same pitch he just rung our kid up on the last one." So some of this is more frustration at this point. Okay, see, you can see the frustration boiling even with the hitters. He did not like that call that he thought was down. And that's what I said. It's a combination of things at this point. But it has not been the best.
So Eli's got a little bit of velocity on him too, doesn't he?
Yeah, obviously we don't have a radar gun, but I would say he's high 80s. I don't know if he's hitting 90, but he's definitely got a little life there. 3-1 is your count. One out, nobody on. That's right down the middle. At this point, that's what you want to do, especially with the part of the lineup you're in right here. I mean, make them put the ball in play. That ball, that's been a strike.
I mean, that's what's bad about that one. That was a strike a little while ago. I agree it's not a strike.
Yeah,
but it was called a strike in this at bat.
That ball was definitely down, but all day long that has been a strike. Like, I even put my hands on my face on that one. I'm like, come on, man.
We need the replay system.
So, needless to say, there's one out and a runner on first now. Curveball.
And that's been a strike in this game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't mind if the strike zone's high or low as long as it's consistent. But there's been no consistency whatsoever.
So your hitter is Corley. He has had a single in the first, grounded out to the first baseman in the second, and walked in the fourth.
That ball's down. Yeah, you'd almost think Tyler Burchett came out of retirement from umpiring the way this game's being called behind home plate today. And if anybody listening knows Tyler, tell him I said that. Runner's off with the pitch. That ball's hammered It's going to be
wind
definitely
got
it
it.
is out of here. 2-run home run by Pontotoc to retake the lead, 9-8. You get a ball elevated, like I said, you get it elevated, it's gonna fly today. I'm surprised that's only the second one we've seen.
All right, Pontotoc retakes the lead at 9-8.
Yeah, you could tell. I think that's Jace Jordan out in center field now. I can't tell, and I can't see my phone for Game Changer, but I think that maybe Jace Jordan out in center field, and you could tell by his reaction that ball was gone off the bat.
Yeah, the iPad's overheated, so I can't help you. So Blanchard is your hitter. He grounded into a fielder's choice double play in the first, flew out to right field in the third, flew out to left field in the fourth.
And that ball's laced into left field for a single.
Now batting number 3 for X Whiteside.
Whiteside will be at the plate for the Warriors.
Yeah, Whiteside homered to lead off the second, flew out to right and flew out to center in the third and fourth innings.
That ball's going to be trouble. It's slicing foul. Wow. Off the bat, that looked like extra bases, and the ball just kept drifting and landed a couple feet foul down the right field line. Tigers catch a break there because runner probably would have scored on that play from first base. Oh, 1 is your count. Strike 2 there. I want to hit today right now, the way this wind's blowing.
You can get one up in the wind.
If I could actually make contact, I might could do something. That ball is a pass ball. Joe will tell you he probably should have had that one. So, not a wild pitch. I'm going to give that one a pass ball. 1 and 2's your count. Runner advances to second on the pitch. Curveball that's ripped. Nice play by Connor Young. See if he can make the play at first. He cannot. Ball will get past Romine. The runner will stop at third as Romine was hustling to the fence to get the ball. So now we have first and third with 1 out. Nice play in the hole. Just could not get it there, and it hopped and couldn't see the hop. Romine was not able to handle it. I'm not sure even if.
Oh, he beat it out.
Safe, yeah.
Yeah, it was an infield hit for sure. All right, Williamson is your hitter. He walked in the second, struck out in the third, and struck out again in the fifth.
Here's a ground ball that you want. Let's see if we can turn it.
Couldn't get it out. Oh, he got it.
He does. Tigers turn the double play, save another run. They'll go into the bottom of the 6th, trailing 9-8.
Yeah, there were 2 runs on 3 hits. Couple runners left.
2025, kicking off 2025, the Heidel Center for the Performing Arts has another incredible season planned. Sing and dance along with the Beach Boys, the Commodores, and platinum-selling country artist Lee Bryant. Laugh with iconic Broadway shows, Mean Girls, and the Addams Family, and enjoy highly anticipated evenings with Priscilla Presley and beloved comedian Brian Regan. Now is the time to reserve your tickets. The Heidel Center for the Performing Arts is just a short drive down I-55. Go to heidelcenter.org for more information.
Six with our cleanup hitter Westmoreland at the plate. Connor Young on deck. Tigers trailing by a run 9-8. Back and forth game today.
So Westmoreland has had a good day. He's been on all three at bats. He singled in the first, doubled in the third, and walked in the fourth.
That ball's in, so 2-1 is your count.
So there was a pitching change. I don't know when that happened. I wasn't paying that much attention, I guess. The new pitcher is Cooley. He's a sophomore with a 5.440 ERA. He's only thrown 9 innings so far this season.
And this is as hard as the wind has blown all day right now.
Just in time for pictures around the courthouse.
That ball's going to get through the hole for a single. He better get on his horse. He jogging to first base, and the right fielder came up looking at first like he might try to throw that ball. So Tigers get a leadoff single out of Westmoreland. Connor Young stepping into the plate. Got Kay Koska on deck.
Connor is 1 for 3 on the day. He struck out in the top of the first, hit a double in the third, and then grounded out to the third baseman in the fourth.
He'll look at strike one here. And I've said this for a few games now. You ought to be able to hit if you're on deck and you're wearing pink batting gloves, a pink ankle guard. I mean, you got to be able to hit. I mean, you don't wear that unless you can hit. That ball's strike 2. 0-2 is your count.
Got him on the off-speed pitch.
Elevated curveball will get him swinging there. So 1 out with Koska in his pink batting gloves, pink sliding mitt, and pink ankle guard. So if he doesn't get a hit, his mama's sitting to our right. I may go over there and have a talk with her about the pink. He'll look at strike 1. Tigers need to plate 1 here at least to get the game back tied. Just hit a fly ball to left field, and it will more than likely be a home run at the moment. Oh, and he will get a balk there.
Excellent.
They coached him into, or what's the word I'm looking for? Coaxed him into a balk. He jumped. Westmoreland jumped about 5 in scoring position, which is a big play at the moment. You know,
down 1.
Yeah, down 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Move him into scoring position. Heads the base running there. That ball's down in the dirt. Oh, and now he's going to go to third. And another terrible call. Oh, he calls him out at third. I don't think he should have gone, but I don't think that was a good call. Again, we only have 2 umpires, so they're making these calls from distance. But and then we get one. Nice play. Unbelievable play by the third baseman there to rob a hit off of Koska. So we'll go to the Top of the 7th, your Tigers trailing 9-8.
Top of the 7th.
All right, we're back here to the top of the 7th. Your Tigers down by a run, 9-8. Gonna have a pinch hitter here. Pontotoc's day just getting started.
I mean, that's number. That's Spears. That's number 9.
Okay,
that's the pitcher earlier, but there must be
somebody
in deck.
Pontotoc has another game after this in Oxford tonight, so their day's just not even halfway done yet.
Yeah, I don't know who he was what the substitution was, because the 3 batters in a row that I see right there are the exact same batters I got on my lineup card.
Gotcha. 0-2 is your count. That ball's hit to center field. Jace Jordan, I think. Again, I can't see Game Changer. The sun's too bright. But I think that, yes, I can see the number now. That is Jace Jordan in center field that will make the play. Tigers need to get 2 more outs and somehow they need to score 2 runs, because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble with my daughter. Don't need extra innings today on prom day. Come on. Get the 2 more outs, go score 2 runs, and let's go home. Elevated fastball will be fouled out of play. 0-2 is your count. Ball's outside. Curveball in, almost hit him. 2-2's the count. Bagley will step off the mound, kind of regroup. That one's down in the dirt, so full count to your hitter. In Bagley's defense, that hair
flying around.
Yeah, in this wind, that hair. I wish I had his hair.
At least some of it.
Yeah, just a little bit. There's a foul ball off the batter's left foot. payoff pitch here.
Nice.
Got him with swinging. That's the third time I've said looking on swinging today. Not my A game today. Really.
Sun's got your brain baking.
Yeah. No sunscreen on top of my bald head that's been pointed out.
All right, Finn is your hitter. He is.
I was about to say that ball's up. He just called it a strike. That ball.
I think the umpire's hot too. He wasn't ready to be done.
I mean, that one I'm even going to laugh a little bit because I was about to go ball high, and he rings it up as a strike. So 1-1 is now your count. It's funny when it's not, when it's for us. It's not funny when it's against us. That ball's hit to left field. Play will be made, and your Tigers will come in trailing by 1 in their last at bat.
All right, let's walk it off in the 7th.
Walk it off. No extra innings today. Let's go ahead and score 2 and end this thing. All right, we're going to be back here for the bottom of the 7th. Overstreet leading it off for your Tigers here in a second. Tigers trailing by 1. Need to find a way to score 2, Brent.
Absolutely. So there is a new pitcher in the game for the Warriors. It's Corley. He's a senior. He has the best ERA on the team at 1.170. He's thrown 24 innings and has 30 strikeouts on the season.
So he's basically their closer.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, tall kid too, isn't he?
And for any of you students watching, y'all be safe tonight. That's the primary word. Have fun, but be safe, as it is prom night for Hernando. But first things first, we need to take care of some business here in the bottom of the 7th. Overstreet's definitely capable of tying this game up with one swing of the bat.
Yeah, Overstreet is. He had a walk in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 3rd, and had a single in the 5th.
Ball's up. Gotta hesitate before I call a ball right now. Ball's in. 2-0, and hey, however we can get on base. Right now it's about base runners. So I'd be taking a pitch until I saw the strike. And there it is. 2-1's your count. Curveball fouled back out of play.
This pitcher works really fast. I mean, he basically never gets off of the rubber.
closers have a mentality about them. You can't.
Yeah, they're nuts.
That ball's going to be
Not
a
deep
fly
enough.
ball. Don't know. It may get down. No, it's not. It will be out number 1 in center field. There for a minute, I thought it might drop in front of him. He took a step back that I thought might keep him from getting to that ball.
Catcher number 4, Joe Akins.
All right, Joe's due for a hit. He grounded out to second in the second inning, flew out to left in the third, and reached on a walk in the fifth.
Our next broadcast on the Hernando Tigers Sports Network will be Friday night at home against Clinton. Don't know the time yet. And your Lady Tigers softball team will be on the Tigers Sports Network.
Oh, that one's down in the
Let's see if that one's going to get down. It does. So we have a base runner. Is that one just over the shortstop's head and down in front of the left fielder? So we have a 1-out single by Joe Akins, who will be pinch run for.
Hernando will be Hernando softball will be on the Hernando Tiger Sports Network on Thursday. Game time is 6 p.m. Right over here at Lady Tiger Field. I like how this works out this year that we're staggered. We've got a home game. Friday night, baseball's got a home game.
Yeah, well, that way fans can go to both. There's going to be a good bunt. That may be a hit. Oh, and it will be because he cannot pick the ball up cleanly. I don't know that he was going to have a chance to get Dixon at first base or not, but that was a wonderful bunt there. And Tigers will have first and second with 1 out. The clutch hitter, Preston Johnson, coming to the plate, and the coach from Pontotoc wants to have a mound visit and talk about it. Again, I said this earlier in the game, there's not a kid I'd rather have up in this spot than the one that's coming up.
Yeah, and he's had a good night. You made that exact comment in the fifth, and he hits a double.
He's just Mr. Clutch for this team. He's a do-it-all player. That'd be one piece. They're going to miss a lot of these seniors, but definitely going to miss this one, as he has been, since his freshman year, has been nothing but consistent for this Tiger team. And again, the way this wind is whipping towards left field right now, if you get it elevated just like they did in the last inning, the ball's going to leave the ballpark. Strike one on a high curveball. Crossed right at his chest. He'll hold off. Check swing for a ball 1 there. 1-1 your count. Got a little bit of speed on the base pads. Don't know the Tigers with Preston on at the plate will try to do anything here, but might be a good time to try to swipe third and get a bad throw. And pitcher's thinking the same thing as he'll check on the runner at second base there. He has a pretty quick delivery to the plate, so that makes it more difficult, but foul ball back to the screen.
Yeah, he's when there was no runners on and he was in the windup, he was basically standing on the rubber ready to go, as the batter walked into the box. Now that he's in the stretch, he's a little bit slower, a little bit more deliberate.
There's a ground ball that is a routine double play that is dropped. Can't make the play. Runner will come home and score. PJ will advance to second. So a ground ball double play that could have ended the game turns into a tying run, and winning run moves into scoring position at second base. So runner on second with 2 outs, tie game. Pena coming to the plate.
Just show the city what it takes to be alive for it.
And again, probably should have been a double play, but when he just finds a way to get it done. When things are going your way, they go your way. Pena will look at ball one high. That's been called a strike plenty of times today.
Yeah, Pena's had a good night. He's 3 for 4 on the night.
Well, we need him to go 4 for 5 right here and end this game.
Yeah, he had a single in the first, grounded out to second in the third, another single in the fourth, and a double in the fifth.
Swing and miss there. 1 and 2's your count.
Oh, my.
We
called time at the plate.
Timeout, so no pitch there.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, we could have moved the runner up to third on that one, but of course, part of the reason that ball probably sailed is he saw that there was time as he was releasing it. Pena in the box, 1 and 2 is your count. Ball's out, 2 and 2. Find a hole right here, 13, and walk it off for us. There it is. It's going to be a play home.
Oh, it's way
off line. Tigers will walk it off with a 10-9 win and 6-game winning streak going into the playoffs next Friday night. Be sure to catch the Lady Tigers Thursday night at 6 p.m. and back here on the Hernando Tiger Sports Network on Friday for the game against Clinton. Have a wonderful Easter weekend and a safe prom night.
Have a home, cars, RV, or motorcycle? At Shelter Insurance, they believe in protecting what matters most: your family, your home, your future. You're not just getting an insurance agent, you're getting a neighbor who understands your needs. Whether it is auto, home, or life insurance, Shelter Insurance is here to make sure you're covered. Their simple goal: to help you find the right coverage at the right price. Call Brandon Vandenberg at 662-429-5755 or Randy Wildman at 662-429-0860. Shelter Insurance, a proud sponsor of Hernando High School Athletics.
We'd like to thank Lenny's Grill and Subs. Hungry? Then it's time to satisfy that craving at Lenny's Grills and Subs, where every bite is packed with fresh ingredients and bold flavors. Our bread is baked fresh daily, ensuring that every sandwich is delicious as the last. So why would you settle for the ordinary when you can have the extraordinary? Visit Lenny's Subs here in Hernando, where fresh meets flavor. Taste the difference. Looking for a smile that lights up a room? Welcome to Hernando Dental Group, where your comfort and care come first. Whether it's routine checkup or a sparkling cleaning or a complete smile makeover, our expert team is here to help keep you smiling with confidence. So why wait? Call Hernando Dental Group today, 662-429-6736, or visit hernandodentalgroup.com. Well, we want to thank our scoreboard sponsor this season. We want to thank Mr. Darnell, Dean Darnell of Sonic. They go the extra mile for Hernando Athletics. Stop by for a cold summer treat or a fall treat, John. Dean Darnell, our friends at Sonic, America's Drive-In. And our starting lineup sponsor was Wade Incorporated. Visit Wade Incorporated for all your lawn, farm, and equipment needs. Once again, Wade Incorporated are starting lineup sponsors. Hey, Instant Replays this season brought to you by Domino's Pizza. Domino's will be sponsoring the Instant Replay all season long. They're the exclusive pizza provider for the Tigers at the concession stands during the games. Call Domino's tonight or stop by the concession stand for a slice of pizza.
Are you in need of a reliable source for agricultural supplies? Rely on Tri-County Farm Services. In business since 1992, our locally owned business provides the supplies you need along with the friendly, attentive customer service you deserve. Whether you need various seeds or types of fertilizer, we can help you out. You can also count on us for the animal feed you need to keep your livestock fit and healthy. Equine supplies are also available. If you are a hunter, we can meet your needs as well. Visit us today.